So today I'm going to be testing out two concealers, which are the Teint Idole Ultra Wear by Lancome, this one here, and the Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape, this one here. I've had these two for a few weeks now and I've been trying them out and I really like them, but what I haven't done really is a wear test. I just thought I'd try them out. They've been all over the internet, recommended by lots and lots of YouTubers. So I thought it'd be fun to do a wear test and compare and contrast the two. First, let's look at the Tarte Shape Tape, and this is a new concealer or new version of the famous Shape Tape. And this is what it says that it does. It's full coverage, natural moisturising matte finish, ultra nourishing prickly pear for 24-hour moisturising, okay, for all skin types, especially dry or mature skin. That's me. My skin's not dry, by the way, but it is mature, that's for sure. Leaves skin looking moisturised, never dry or flat. Creamy, cushiony formula, won't cake or settle. Let's see whether that's right. Skin looks smoother, plumper and more youthful. Well, who doesn't want that? Cushion tape technology helps smooth and reduce the look of fine lines, wrinkles and pores. Waterproof and 12-hour crease proof. Whoa. Okay, well that's all very interesting, but let's put it to the test. The other concealer I'm going to be testing out is the Teint Idole by Lancome, the Ultra Wear All Over Concealer, which effectively means you can wear it as a foundation as well. And it's this one here. And on their site it says skin loving formula, packed with care, infused with, sorry I have to put my glasses on, infused with skin caring ingredients and gives up to 24-hour hydration and a fully comfortable, breathable coverage that is suitable for all skin types, even sensitive skin. So let me tell you how I've prepped my skin before we're going to put the concealers on. So I have used I've started with this, I don't know, Argireline, I think it's called, this one by the Ordinary, which I'm trialling at the moment. It's supposed to be Botox in a bottle, or at least there's a massive caveat about that because it can't possibly be Botox in a bottle, can it? But I thought I'd give it a go. It's very reasonably priced from the Ordinary. And by the way, everything I talk about in this video I will link and list below. So I've put that on. I have then followed it with a mixture of this. Oh, this is my new favourite SPF by Beauty Pie. This one here. It's called the Ultralight UVA UVB SPF 25. And I've put some of that on and I've mixed it in with my vitamin C powder, which is this. And then my new favourite discovery is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Now I've just done a video about that, which I'll link down below for you, and I absolutely love this primer. I haven't really been a primer fan, to be honest. I've not used one for quite some time, but I really like this and incredibly reasonably priced as well. So I've got my beauty sponge here, which I've just moistened with some water. Okay, I'm going to start by applying the Tarte. So it comes in this nice bottle, doe foot applicator, quite thick, and I'm just going to get my mirror. And we will pop that on under one eye here. And I think we'll just do the eyes. I'm not going to worry about blemishes at this stage. So I'm just applying that with my beauty sponge. So let's have a look and see. Actually, do you know what? Before I've even patted it, it's looking pretty good. Let's just pat it round a little bit. Well, I'm impressed with that. I think that looks pretty good. Now let's get the other one, which is the Teint Idole. Now this one is quite a tricky one to get out of the bottle. You have to pull it a bit. Another quite nice and thick applicator. Let's apply that to the other eye. Or under the other eye, I should say. There we are. I've probably put a bit too much on, but not to worry. Do the same as I did with the other eye. Just pat that all around. Pressing it in to make it sit well. By the way, I must just say I'm loving these beauty sponges by Beauty Pie. I must do a little mini Beauty Pie haul. I'm quite pleased with some of the things that I've got. If you're interested in that, let me know in the comments down below. Okay, let's have a look at that eye now and see how that's doing. Okay, so it could do with a tiny bit of blending. Maybe that settled in a little bit more into lines there that I could smooth out a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so that's the other eye. So we have this eye and we have this eye. Can you tell the difference? Oh, do you know what I completely forgot to do is swatch them. So let me do that as well, just so you can see the colour and the consistency. So this is the Lancome. Oops. Let's pop that there. I will list the colours down below. Of course, I don't remember what they are. It's always a bit of a struggle to find the right colour, isn't it? Because in an ideal world, you don't want it to be too light, because otherwise you're going to look a bit weird with very light under eyes. But you don't want it to be too dark either, because you do want to be brightening the eye. I mean, that's the point of a concealer, really, isn't it? It's not exactly concealing. I suppose it's, in a way, it is colour correcting. But I've tried wearing a colour corrector and I don't really get on with it, I have to say. Well, I'm not quite sure what the point is. Yeah, that's interesting. See, the colours are actually a little bit different. So the one on this eye, don't ask me which is my left and my right. I know this is my right, but I think it's your left, isn't it? That is the Tarte, and the one on this side is the Lancome. So there they are. So you can see that the Tarte Shape Tape is a kind of a, well, it's a warmer tone, isn't it? And the Lancome is a pinkier tone. So I'm just going to powder them now, which is what I normally do to set them. I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury. I'm just literally going to do this, pat it all around just to make sure that it stays. Do the same with this. Okay, so now that I've powdered them, this is how they're looking. So I think they're looking pretty good. Neither of them look cakey in my view. They look quite bright and matte, which is what I want. I don't want my under eyes to look glowy, because that wouldn't be right at all. That wouldn't be what I'm going for. So I think on my mature eyes, given that I'm quite wrinkled, particularly round here, and obviously up here, but I haven't got concealer right up here, but you know, it's all kind of saggy. I think they look pretty good. I'm going to come back in 8 hours time or thereabouts to see how the concealers have settled into fine lines or not, as the case may be, and how they've worn. Obviously I'll have a full face of makeup by then. So I'll see you a bit later. Just popping on at 3¼ hours just to show you where we're at. And I think it's looking pretty good. This was the eye with the Tarte and this was the eye with the Lancome. And I think that's pretty good going, but I will check in a bit later this evening and we'll see how we get on. Well, it's 11 o'clock at night. I fell asleep on the sofa, got a little bit of mascara under my eye, but as you can see, both concealers seem to have performed incredibly well. Anyway, we'll talk about this further in the morning. Good night. So here we are, the morning after the night before, and I really think both concealers have held up extremely well. I've got them on again this morning and I've put a different foundation underneath. So I've got the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better foundation. I'm just going to zoom in and see if you can see. I honestly think both these concealers are the business, and I'm just going to swatch them for you again because I don't think my swatches were all that good. So we've got Tarte on this side and Lancome on this side, and we will go with the Tarte, which I think the Tarte's colour, which I will list down below for you, is slightly lighter, maybe slightly warmer. I mean, I am a cool undertone, sort of green veined kind of gal. So yes, it's actually what it is, I think, the Lancome. It's funny, it doesn't come out quite as, it's the one with the doe foot applicator that's quite stiff to bring out. But let me show you anyway. So as you can see, the Lancome hasn't got as much product on it, and it is a bit lighter. This is a bit more kind of biscuity, I would say, the Tarte. But to be honest, can you see the difference on my face? I don't think so. Anyway, I'm really delighted with them, and I really hope that you found this useful. I think both these concealers are holy grails. They certainly are for me. And the NARS and the Revealer Concealer by Kosas, they're nice, but they're not as good as these. I really hope you found this video useful and helpful, and if you have, please consider giving it a good thumbs up, and better yet, subscribing to the channel, and leave me a comment below, because not only do I want to hear about what your favourite concealers are and whether you've tried either of these and what you think about them, but also if you like and subscribe and leave a comment, it helps my channel to grow and be promoted to other older women who might find the content useful. Oh, and just before I go, I'm so excited, look what I've got! I've got the Eldridge Foundation samples, so I'll be testing those very soon in another video. And Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!